Hello everyone and welcome to episode 16 of Dying Light 2 and a special early hello to Luca. The chat, basically everything was acting very unusually as we got in. The streaming software pitched an odd error that flashed up only for a quarter of a second about having difficulty updating Twitch, which we did not ask it to do. And then we got in and then we were typing things in and not all of them were actually arriving in the chat window for other people to see. So it was a little bit odd, but rather than stressing about that, let's jump into the game and we will respond as necessary if anything else unusual happens. We are still in the second district of the city, and I remember that we were between missions. We'd done a bunch of story-based missions in the last episode, but I'm trying to remember exactly where we left. No, oh, it's my goodness, 6 months already. Thank you so much for the resubscription. I really appreciate it. In fact, you guys, near the end of the episode, I need to make sure that I go back through some of the resubscriptions that we got last time, because I am very worried that I did not shout out Azric or Moo or somebody else, because we got a lot of resubscriptions and I'm just very worried that I didn't get to everybody. Okay, so we are back in a safe house. It appears to be in a metro station, it looks like. Reloading in this game is a little bit like waking up from a hangover, where you're just like, oh man, where did I fall asleep last night? Okay, so our mission is to talk to Juan again. Let me just double check the journal. Which is, it's been a few days. If you're watching this in the VOD, it's been a few days since the last time that we were here. Right, we went to the party at Lawan's invitation. We relaxed and played drinking games, and it was all going great until I asked Lawan about her past. Yeah, apparently don't do that. Hold on just one second, because it just now occurred to me that I don't have the chat window properly formatted. Oates and Luca and everybody else, I hope you've had a great week so far. It's been a few days since the last stream, only because life and work has been busy, but there's been lots of great other streams on while I get this formatted. Hopefully that's good. Yep, it just filled in. Okay. So, the collection was no longer on the roof. Right, we were looking for some old whiskey. We found that. We may or may not have drunk that with Lawan and Danior. And... no, wait, that wasn't Danior. What was his name? Rue. I think it was Rue that maybe Rue is his first name. I don't know. And yeah, so we've gotten the valuables for Juan, provided that we didn't drink it. I actually don't know. Juan is that tool bag. He's like, oh, prove to me that I should be your friend and I should help you out. And neither threatening nor negotiating nor simply asking made any difference. So we had to go and get something valuable. That was the bottle of whiskey that we found in the art collector's roof. And we're going to see if that works when we interact with him. All the art was gone, and it was heavily implied, actually I think it was actually just said outright, that the art collector that used to live there had picked up his art collection and ditched his girlfriend. Okay, I think we're going that way. Hello to Jab! Jab is saying I would have sworn that he hit the O key to make it hello instead of hell. Jab, it's been weird, the streaming experience today, so let us know if anything else seems weird, but I feel like Twitch is maybe a little bit unsteady today. Don't stop on my account.
He is a snack, isn't he, dear? Care to join? More the merrier.
No, thank you.
Oh, have I embarrassed you? I'm sorry, I do have that effect on people.
I'll wait for you, but make it quick.
I must admit, I admire your persistence. Almost curious what you do after I send you packing, yet again.
You'll regret it.
"16-year-old Highland single malt. Bottled the year before the pandemic broke out. I've read that one barrel of this stuff sold at auction for over $500,000. What a sublime present.
Absolutely not.
You're right. Better don't mix work and romance. Bad outcomes.
Hello to Borlak, by the way.
What can I say? You broke down my defenses. So, you're still after those lamps. Did Matt tell you why he wanted them? And why he really wanted them?
Yeah, to take control of the TV tower.
Wait, he's serious? Is he crazy? Nobody tried that for over a decade.
So I guess it's dangerous. That's what the lamps are for.
But lamps need electricity to run. The last I heard, the juice ain't flowing there. People have tried to take it without power. Heroes and fools alike. All ended up as volatile snacks.
That's Matt's problem. What do you care?
I care because something's not right. Can't you sense that as well, Aiden?
Wait, this guy gets one slug of whiskey and he suddenly becomes like a reasonable, rational person who cares about others? That's not the way most alcohol works. I don't know.
Matt wants to prepare to defend the city from the Butcher's coming attack.
So we should start building him a monument, right? Only problem? The Butcher isn't planning any attack.
How do you know?
I have my spies. Among the renegades as well. Since the end of the war, we have occupied the city center, while the Colonel squats in the dam. One push of a lever, and half the city will find itself under toxic water. The Colonel is not stupid. He knows war would be the end of everything.
So why did the Butcher attack the canteen? That's in the city center.
Good question. Maybe it wasn't the Colonel who gave the order. Something more is going on. It's something we don't yet understand.
Hold on.
What about the UV lamps? Why does he want them then?
Jack is hiding something. For a while now, he's been ordering way more lamps than he could possibly need. And then some of those lamps always disappear. No accounting for them once we deliver.
Why would Jack skim UV lamps?
And here, friend, the mystery takes flight. Jack never got over the fact that he didn't defeat the Butcher back when he had the chance, years ago. He knew that if he attacked the dam, the Colonel would close the floodgates. And the rising water levels would push the chemicals up out of the ground, burning through everything that lives in the city. It's been a stalemate for over 10 years, each waiting for the other to make a move. But then, someone turned the power on and something changed. And the renegades attacked the canteen.
I'm not here for my health, Juan. I need the lamps to...
To find out what happened to your sister. Right, Aiden? I told you I got my spies. Might be able to find something out about Waltz and your sister. Specifically about the GRE scientist you and Matt are trying to contact. I'd even say with my resources, I can find this person faster than Matt. I actually doubt he's able to find them at all.
How do I know you're not using me to make a move of your own?
I'm not your enemy, Aiden. It's a shame you don't see that. You'll get your lamps. You just gotta talk to Demolan.
Who's he?
He's my man. Sent him out to search for more lamps, but he hasn't checked in for a while.
Where can I find him?
Around here, last I heard from him. Find him. Then come back to me here afterward.
You got it.
Hey, enjoy your company, but I'll need you to go now.
Yeah, I'll bet. Okay, a couple thoughts. Okay, that's just a lot happened all there. A, Hello to Borlak. Borlak, I had a great time in your World of Tanks stream earlier today. I was going to ask you what separates like a wintertime map from like a desert time map. Is it just the map, or are there different settings on every map? Secondly, Jab is saying, in a lot of situations like that, refusing to drink would get you dead. Apart from rude, it's pretty much you saying that it could be poison. Oh, I'm 100% Jab saying that it could be poison. I don't trust that guy at all. And when his back was turned for an extensive period of time with his big bulky coat with who knows how many pockets to it, I'm not drinking anything that guy hands me. I'm just not. And if he wants to take a swing at me, I've got a flaming engine block with his name on it. I'm not afraid of him beating me in combat. I have no questions that he's going to double cross me, but I'm absolutely not going to make it easy for him by like just slamming back whatever he hands me in a cup after I've not seen him prepare it. Thirdly, sometimes the game will bring up like a crossroads choice that I'll like stop and I'll think I'll talk it through. As just said, I'm not working with this guy. I don't know that I trust Matt, but I do know I don't trust Juan. So I'm completely out of that. And then finally, and this is me playing this as infrequently as I have been due to the schedule has not been great, but also I'm not often great with names and faces. Jack is somebody, not... Shoot. Who's the guy with two first names? Darn it, we need like a glossary of characters. Hold on a second. Let me go back to journal. So, the squad that Raynor dispatched to search for UV lamps hasn't returned to base, so I need to resolve this matter quickly, so I went to find the missing unit. Yes, understood. Jack, it's Jack Matt, isn't it? Like, Matt and Jack, it's the same guy. His name is Jack Matt. Am I remembering that correctly? He's the guy that wears like the blue colored coat. I'm pretty sure that's him. And yeah, at this moment, the only reason that I have not to trust Jack Matt. Okay, so first of all, he did burn that woman's eyes out, or had a direct role in it. I guess Ader actually did the deed. Margaret, the healer. That makes him vengeful. It doesn't necessarily make him unpredictable, which is what Juan is. I can deal with vengeful. I can't deal with unpredictable. I can't deal with capricious, and that's... Oh, hold on. I might need to stop at the... Hold on. Yeah, I've got some stuff. Hold on, before we leave, let me find a... Actually, do we have a merchant? That's what I'm looking for. We've got a me place.
Man, I hate my job. But I guess
there we go.
On this side of the prison bars.
Hot potato, and other.
Time to fish for value. She'll be all alone with the children now.
Boiling, it's random since the last winter update. A lot of the maps now have a winter version. That's cool. I like the visual variety. Another thing that I would ask you, just because I haven't played any World of Tanks rather, does it change anything other than the visuals? I have this equipped and I actually don't know why. I've got multiple better things than that, so we're gonna sell that.
Like a bandit.
And this glaive, a two-handed axe. Well, I mean, if it wasn't level 3, this would be cool. I like two-handed axes, but crude machete. Yeah, I feel like this crude machete would be a lot better than the glaive, even with the upgrade. Yeah, I'll probably just sell that. It's just, it's too small at this point. Okay, I don't need to buy anything back. And I doubt we're gonna buy any gear, but hold on, because this is tank gear. So I've got a level 4 paintball mask. This is 3 more armor, a little bit less damage on the two-handed weapons. I'm not going to get as much parkour XP. Damage resistance is not a big deal, I don't feel like. And then the stamina cost on ranged weapons, I lose that bonus. Yeah, this actually seems really good. This is $16,000, and I have 54,000. Yeah, let's buy tactical kit. Wait, I always make this mistake. Hold on. Let me see if I have anything better that I should be putting on. Let's check the mask first. Oh, see, look at this. This is much better than what I currently have. And it's a better damage bonus, not by much, but this is better. Yeah, I'd rather have the stamina cost for parkour than the stamina cost for ranged weapons, which I don't really use. Yeah, okay. We'll put that on. So now I'm not going to buy that because I'm going to sell all this stuff. Let's check for gloves. I do have level 6 gloves, but nothing for a tank. So we're not going to worry about that. How about my coat? Nothing for a tank. I mean, we can take a look at this, but no. And then my armbands, no. Pants, no. And then shoes. These shoes are very old, the solid shoes. So let's definitely buy shoes and a jersey if we can.
Everything I sell comes with an
Let's go down
ironclad
here.
guarantee.
Gear. Okay. Yes, so let's sell that.
I'll be underwater on this purchase, but I want it. X marks the spot.
Now, it is conceivable that there's some sort of, like, set bonus
About
or,
time
like,
I ran
oh, man, you
across
just
one of
sold that
these.
orange armband. What's wrong with you? What are you doing? Usually in games like this, until
Why, I
you're at
had
the
that
end
on
game,
my
and I mean, like, the
radar.
really end game, like Jab knows this because he plays a lot of, what is it, Shadow Warrior 2. The
Just
gear
the
that you're
treasure
picking
I'm
up
searching
at, like,
for.
level 6 or whatever simply is not going to have any relevance to the gear that you might be using at level 20 or whatever the next step up is.
Yep,
So
I'll take
usually
that.
my experience in games like this is you are free to stress about exactly what you have in each slot, but in 5 minutes it's not going to matter because you're going to have something different. So I want a better jersey. This is a better jersey. A lot better stamina regeneration and better damage on two-handed weapons. Less damage from poison and better survivor sense range. Yeah, this winter jacket is way better. And it's a tank piece. So we're going to buy,
Wish I had other
Winter
customers
jacket.
smart as you.
and then, was it gloves? Or no, it was shoes. Yeah, look at this. Way better shoes. Yeah, more damage bonus.
Landed a big one.
Okay, let's
Enjoy
equip and then let's sell.
Treasure.
Spending a lot of time in menus is my favorite thing when I'm streaming a game. I really like to spend as much time navigating this cursor around. And then the jersey. Okay. So now my lowest piece of gear, I've got the armbands and the gloves, but she doesn't seem to sell that stuff.
Full steam
Let's
ahead
start
to
by
value.
selling the stuff that I definitely don't want. We can get rid of that.
That's what I call some nice booty.
And believe me, I've made that mistake. Oh my goodness, hello to Patikin! Hello to Patikin and everybody raiding over. I know that Maxine was watching your stream as well, Patikin, because I was in there. Patikin, thank you so much for the raid. Hello to Solid Chrome Hickey. And let me just take a quick look back. Luca was asking Borlak if he likes the Iberian update, or sorry, the La Royale update, and Luca was enjoying the likes the Iberian Castle, or maybe that's the map that Borlak was on at the time. Yeah, if anybody hasn't seen Borlak, he is a very entertaining
Do come back and shop here again.
World of Tanks. And see, now I'm trying to remember in my head because I've watched a lot of people play World of Warships, and at this instant, I'm trying to remember if Borlak is among them. So I was just watching World of Tanks today. I did want to just double check. Does she have anything else that I wanted in the way of anything? Yeah, so we could take a look at the Dragon Bracers, but it's the same gear score. It's a higher level, but the same gear score in terms of like armor. And then she sells this stuff. None of it is blades, which tends to be the one thing that I'm really out of a lot. So I feel like, yeah, we're good.
I appreciate
Okay.
your business.
Now, if there's a craft master, I'd also like to visit that person because, as you might have seen, my engine block is about to die. Patikin, how was Control today? By the way, I was there when you were... Okay, I want to be delicate about saying anything about Control. You know what I'll do? It's 5 seconds, just in case you absolutely positively don't want to hear anything about Control. I will pause the game, I'll say it, and then we'll move on. Patikin, I was there when you were fighting the stoplight, And I also fought the stoplight, and I honestly could not remember. I couldn't remember if you were supposed to be out of the light or if it was just a matter of stopping. It was just a matter ultimately of stopping in place, and if you moved even a little bit, I think that's what was getting you kicked out. But I really wasn't sure, so I didn't want to pipe up in chat and give you bad advice, because that was yesterday. But I was there for that a little bit more than today. Today's been a little bit nuts. Okay, let's continue. Okay. I'm gonna get there. I don't know exactly how to do it. I don't feel like the environments in this game are very labyrinthian, but every once in a while there'll be something like, I don't quite know how to get over there. Like, this has a lot of upstairs. Let me just double check, because... Oh, hey. I'll say this, they do give UV lights to their prisoners. I feel like not every place would be... You might think, well, of course they do, because they don't want the prisoners turning into infected in the jail cells. That would be dangerous. Well, a lot of things that happen in jails in the United States of America are really dangerous, and yet it happens for who knows what reason. Okay, here we go. Now I feel like we've got a straight shot. So I could easily see a more brutal group of people like putting in sort of half-hearted lights or ones that are flickering really badly, just to let the infection get up to a certain level so that it's really uncomfortable, but not enough to actually let them turn. Hickey's also saying hello to Patikin. Patikin's saying that kind of sucked because the slightest thing screwed it up, so I was very confused for a long time. I feel like you got past it really quickly. You worked it out rapidly, I thought. Look at other arrows. I've only ever fired regular arrows. I didn't know this was a thing, and I'll bet you we can craft these somehow. Oh, frost weapons. We haven't had any of those. Oh, interesting. I definitely want to buy this. Now, is this something that we can mod and upgrade? Yeah, it's a blueprint. Okay. Hold on, then I definitely want the frost. And the catapult. Hits a group of enemies in front of you with a blast, instantly throwing them back. Okay. Give it a shot. Fling. Hits one enemy in front of you with a blast, instantly throwing him back. Okay. You know what? I'm going to say I've got enough cash, 60 grand, that we're just going to buy all... These are all blueprints, right? Yes, every blueprint.
I salvaged that one myself.
Are these... Yeah, actually, these are the blueprints. Now, hold on. This says amount produced 10. Is that every time you run the blueprint? Let's buy this one because it's 700.
That'll do you some
Okay,
good.
it is a blueprint. Exploding arrows. We could be just like Rambo or Gizmo from Gremlins 2, the new batch. I think I'd rather be like Gizmo, honestly. Now, are these also... Muscle booster? Melee damage plus 20%.
I knew you'd
Holy shit. Man, you guys, I've really been sleeping on these blueprints. Toughness booster, yes. Boomstick. So, it's a shotgun, I think. That's what it looks like to me. I don't know that I'm going to use it, but I have the cash, so let's buy it. Poison resistance, fire resistance, electricity resistance, remote C4, and a mine.
Man,
And then
you sure are stocking
these,
up.
they can't be crafting blueprints for like wiring or screws, so we're not going to believe in that. Now we can upgrade something. I can't do the paraglider yet because we need the military tech. And I don't want to do the UV flashlight because then I'm using up all my military tech. This may be a decision that comes back to bite me, but for right now, I want to get the paraglider. So, I could upgrade the spark tip, which I use all of the time. I could also do... So what's the difference between these two things? Shock effect to one enemy in front of you with a chance of instantly electrocuting others as well. To enemies in front of you with a chance of instantly electrocuting others around them as well. So this has Damage 25. So it's not upgraded. Duration is 3 seconds. Hits to charge. Charge with attacks and then hold right trigger. So this is manually selectable. I feel like I'd rather do Blaze between that set. Okay, let's... Oh, the Fling one seemed like a fun thing. Yeah, let's upgrade the Catapult.
Powerful, man.
And now that's as much as I can do with the... I need some more uncommon infected trophies. I can't do this. So I could do Blaze. Yeah, I feel like I just need some more I feel like upgrading some of these others when I'm only getting them up to level 2, that feels a little bit anemic. Empowerment. Yeah, I have been doing this. And then reinforcement. The thing is, my engine block lasts so long, even cutting it down by 10 or 15%, like, it's a little bit longer, but not that much, I don't feel like. Okay, so our final step is to craft another one, and I can't because I'm out of cans. He sells cans. I'll just buy some cans. Let me just double check that I don't have one, because I've made that mistake before. Yeah, this is the only one that I have, and it's 1 out of 400 durability. So let's buy some cans.
You made the right choice, pal.
I also do this. I could also do this. Hold on, what's the difference for me? That's 146 damage. This is actually 162 damage. Let's build a thingamabob then instead, because I don't have to buy anything for that. Okay, now... Oh, I could do some upgrades to my consumables and stuff. I didn't occur to this. The thing is... Boy, the infected trophies... Yeah, all the things that I really want to upgrade, I can't afford. Yeah, we'll wait on that. I'm going to continue to save up. Got it. Okay.
Don't forget, they don't call us supply.
Now, let me upgrade or apply the mods to my thingamabob. So we're going to do this. And if we need some more crafting materials, then I will buy them here. So, I like... I have no complaints about the setup that we've had so far. Let's put on the spark tip. And then... Hold on. For the shaft... Flame shaft. Seems pretty good. Just takes a little bit of alcohol is all. And then the charm just seems to be something that like dangles off the end, right? Let's have a Master of Onion. Okay. Now, let me just... Yeah, we're going to continue to use this weapon until it shatters, which is like in one hit. Okay, I would love to remember how to get down there quickly. I'm not going to. I'll tell you what, since we did reload, let's take a quick look to see if we can find our way to that quest giver. Oh, I loaded Hot Rod Skate. Two types of weapon mods, crit and blast. In my opinion, crit is much easier to use as it requires no interaction from you and simply depends on your RNG for critical hits. Those are the crafting supplies that vendors sell, allowing you to get a bunch of supplies for cash at once. Yeah, and I'm a big-time scavenger. But when I've got a bunch of cash to spend, I'm happy to spend that cash. So, yeah, I feel like this is where we've been before in terms of like trying to find this exclamation point. It is 11 meters and it is above me. And so far my efforts to discover exactly where that is been unsuccessful. Yeah, because now it's pointing this way. And now we go this way. And this is as far as we can get. Like, apparently my quest giver is inside that. Yeah, how would I get up to where you are? Sir! How do I get up to you? Oh. It's easier than I thought it was going to be. Okay, is there a quest giver in this room? There is! Hello.
I'm Albert, and from what I hear, you're Aiden. You have quite the reputation, my boy, for being fearless, for boldly crisscrossing the city at night, as if it were broad daylight.
You believe all that?
At first, I didn't believe, because a pilgrim's always a guy with some kind of dark past. A bandit, a rebel, an outcast. But from what they say about you...
I'm sure whatever you've heard is an exaggeration.
Nonsense, my boy. I have something you probably don't come across all that much. Faith. Faith in you.
I'd be careful with that.
It's no time to be careful, my boy. I believe that your strength, determination, and courage are just what you need to retrieve priceless treasures before they are lost forever. Before mankind is plunged irrevocably into the intellectual and philosophical Dark Ages.
So, your books, then?
This isn't about dime store paperbacks, boy. I'm talking about the greatest works of literature ever created through the eons of human existence. The greatest thought pieces, philosophical treatises, works of romance, drama, and horror. All of which serve to illuminate and uplift humanity itself. Losing such a heritage would reduce us to cavemen, with no better way to express ourselves than through savage grunts as we scratch crude figures on walls.
Sure. How can I help?
Work with me, please, to find and secure these treasures. I've been researching the local private book collections. If I'm right, many priceless volumes may be found all around the city. Of course, many of the dwellings are now infested by these horrible creatures of the night. That's where you come in. Here, take this list. Each title on it corresponds to one of the many facets of humanity. Fail to save them, and the diamond of mankind will dull and shatter like cheap glass. Remember, we are not simply creatures of flesh and blood, but also of mind and ideas. I am charging you with the salvation of the very spirit of man.
Right. I'm off then.
It's so weird to me when it's like a Lawan situation that the lights only come on after the conversation. Like, there's 2 light sources in here, and that man was standing in complete blackness. Okay. Now, there is allegedly another quest giver over
it's a shame
here.
to admit it, but I cried when the city lit up.
There was a second ago. During the last episode, somebody said, yeah, this game has a lot of moments like this where it's like it doesn't, and this just back in the library.
Keep your eyes peeled.
I think the game is earnestly trying to checkpoint things in a way that will make it easy to locate, but it just gets a little bit counterintuitive or bugged out. Because yeah, whatever question mark it had been or exclamation point, I don't even see it anymore, even though we've reportedly moved closer to it. So let me see if we can just find our way back out of here one way or another. Hey, she's having fun playing. Some posters in here. Patikin was saying that today he had an issue with a boss fight that caused him to, like, die over and over. There's at least one boss fight, Patikin, and probably more than one, where I had the same experience. Mine was, I think, not so much running out of energy, but a lot of falling to my death over and over and over again, because I just didn't realize what was happening beneath my character's feet. That is on me. I will say, Patikin, your accuracy is exemplary. I assume you're playing mouse and keyboard. Hold on. Okay, hold on. There is a quest giver there. I feel like I should really be able to travel this many things. Oh, it's a prisoner. Hello.
Well, hello, boys.
It's him! It's all because of you, you bastard! You were supposed to get us out of town!
Yes, and then you let yourselves get caught.
You tricked us!
Okay, Joe, come on. You'd look after your own ass if you were him, too. You'll have to excuse Joe. He went through a lot. The Peacekeepers have methods for people like us. They say there's no electricity, but somehow they managed to find a battery they can connect to your balls.
Shut the fuck up, Jack!
I'd invite you in for tea and remembering old times, but you're the one who got us in here. So get the fuck out and let us rot in peace.
That's right, fuck off.
Can I say I honestly was going to uphold my end of the deal with these guys. I had forgotten about them, but I remember them. They were in the water tower, right? And they were like, we don't even want to be here. We're not holding this place hostage. We just want a way out of the city. If I was supposed to help them, like, manually, I may have, like, missed that chance. It wasn't on purpose.
I'm sorry it turned out that way.
Sorry? And what do we do with your sorry?
Whoa, what do you mean, what? Joe, you dumbass. The Pilgrim could still save us.
Well, actually, how did you get here?
Funny story.
Not to everyone.
So they lead us to the bazaar, probably to hang us. We enter a narrow street. I sense an opportunity. I hit one on the head, the other on the balls, and walk. Meanwhile, Joe got stabbed in the butt with a pitchfork. Couldn't sit for 3 days.
I told you, shut your mouth!
Okay, don't be such a delicate china. We went through the tunnel to the center, you know, with all the different perspectives and possibilities there. And what do we see? PK corpses.
Man, there were so many of them.
I say, let's take their uniforms and put them on so we can blend in with the crowd. And suddenly, one corpse starts to move. I look at it, and it's Ator. Boy, did I start to run.
That's when the Blue Boys grabbed us and said they wouldn't let it slide.
We were caught in the wrong place at the wrong time.
As usual, our fucking luck.
What's it gonna be? Will you help?
I'd really like to. I know for a fact that they didn't do that to Ator, because frankly I think that I did.
How could I save you?
Well, we're dehydrated as hell in here. They won't give us anything to drink. Well, I can take it, but Joe? Help ease my friend suffering. Be human.
I'm guessing this isn't about clean water.
We're yearning for moonshine. Killian. Oh, Killian ran the best. We had this bottle saved for a rainy day.
Yep. Killian's legendary moonshine. The gas trip butterfly.
You wouldn't bring it to us, huh?
You want me to run for booze?
Aiden, be human, Pilgrim.
I am, and you got what you deserved.
I said he was a dickhead.
Be quiet, Joe. It is human to err and divine to forgive. Aiden, I admit we've gone astray, but we are changed people. Please, bring the moonshine to ease the nerves of the condemned waiting to be hung. It's not some ordinary moonshine. It's Killian's legendary moonshine, the gas trip butterfly. This could be the last drink in Joe's lousy life.
Yeah, my fucking life.
What's it gonna be? Will you help?
Fine then. Where is this moonshine?
It's in a safe, in a water tower in Old Villador. The code to the safe is 14-8. No, not 8. I think 9.
What the hell, Jack? The code is the year America was discovered.
Take it easy, Joe. Take it easy. Oh, yes, exactly that year. Just as we discovered Killian's moonshine, someone once discovered America.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
You'll definitely handle it, Aiden.
Okay. The year of the discovery of America. I'll remember.
Just hurry up, will ya? Who knows what time our farewell party's been scheduled for?
I feel like I don't understand why Aiden is like, you all deserve this. My memory of those two guys is that I went into the water tower and they were like, oh God, we're in way over our heads. Don't kill us. We're not trying to hold the water tower hostage. We're just trying to get out of the city. If you'll take us out of the city, you can have the water tower. We're not here to fight. And then, like, I don't know, a whole bunch of stuff happened and I sort of lost track of that. And now Aiden's like, oh, you deserve it. You deserve every bad thing that's coming to you. Okay. Patikin, by the way, is clarifying that he's actually using a controller for control. Yeah, then your controller skills are a lot better than mine, because you are dialed in on a lot of those headshots. I enjoyed the combat in Control a lot. I was not very good at it. Oh, when Lucha Freddy is here, I do want to let him know that I got a chance to watch his some of the videos that he had sent over via Discord. One of them is a really cool... it appears to have been an advertisement that was done, you know, ahead of the release of this game. So it's not, there's nothing in-game about it. It's all live action, like body cam footage of probably one of the parkour consultants doing parkour things. Okay, that is the end of that engine block. And now, actually, I have very little reason to continue this fight. But he can, like, launching stuff at enemies. So do I! I use that a ton. I'll say this. The combat in Control, to me, is the best combat that has been in a Remedy game. And yes, I'm including Max Payne and Max Payne 2 in that. I like Max Payne and Max Payne 2. I like Alan Wake. Control's a better game. In terms of being a game, it's a better game. It's got a lot of room for improvement. Patikin has noted the map kind of makes it a little rough to get around. Okay, I don't think I can be up here. We're not supposed to touch that Dayglow paint, because that'll happen. Darn it. Okay. Absolutely tried to duck underneath that. I am headed somewhere, right? Oh. Okay, I don't know how to get there then. I actually... So, is there like a fast travel point that I can go to? Oh, there is. Okay, you know what? We've got a couple things to do back here. Is there a fast travel point over here I'll be able to return to? I guess we'll just have to cross my fingers. Is it like Hot Rod Skater or anybody else? If I go back here, I'm not going to like soft lock myself that I can't come back for some reason. The only reason that I would ask, I'm going to wait a second to see if anybody knows for sure. The only reason that something like that would even occur to me is because in... it was either I think it was Assassin's Creed 2 or Brotherhood. There were certain situations where you could make use of the fast travel tunnels before they were supposed to be unlocked, and as a result, could get yourself soft locked in a way that you were not able to. Like basically, you would load and you would appear in the world and immediately desync, and if you reloaded, you would immediately desync, and there was no solution for it. I think I might try going up here. We have a couple quests up here that I'd like to do before they get super duper low in level. Yeah. Okay. There's no manual saving, so I'm just going to put my faith in the game. We'll travel to the main terminal station, then see what we can find for the moonshine. Hot Rod Skater is saying, there is or was a way to lock yourself into new and old territory, but it's been too long since I played, so I don't remember that. Yeah, hopefully it doesn't happen. Okay. So we're back in Old Villador. Much less imposing buildings that will make it much easier to get around. Still have the powered paraglider. Can we climb this? Nope. Oh, darn it. I don't like the sound of what's happening behind me. Okay, Aiden, a little faster though. Okay. I need to figure out a better way to take on howlers. I feel like my traditional method of running up to them and having them immediately scream and initiate a chase is not the way that you're supposed to do it.
What the hell is Supply doing? Delivering lamps ain't a difficult job.
Hot Rod Skater saying what I described sounds very familiar. From like Assassin's Creed or from something else. Also, yeah, so Patikin's saying that his he'd be better off more accurate with a mouse and a keyboard. Yeah, when I watch you play Control, Patikin, I don't see you miss a lot of shots. I see that no matter what the situation is, you seem to be right there. I feel like your aim is a lot better than mine was for sure. Okay, let me see if I can latch onto that. No. Let's try to jump across. Yeah, that's gonna hurt. Okay. Aiden? Was I not? There we go. Standing up here before? Damn it. Okay. There's got to be a better way up here. There's definitely a way up here. Not... I was about to say not 100% sure how to get started, but then that problem solves itself. Yeah, so one of the trailers that Lucha Freddy had shared, it's like a body cam video. Well, hold on, now we're suddenly here. Oh, I get to lockpick. It's a body cam video of basically a group of parkourists and like extras playing live action Dying Light. Like the parkourists are sneaking into a building, and the zombies are there, and they're being quiet, and then, I don't know, one of them sneezes. I'm trying to remember exactly what it was. And then all the zombies are chasing them. And it's just fun. It's just like a fun PR thing. And it's really well made. Like, it's super well made. And in terms of... Okay, I don't want to oversell it. Super well made. I liked it. I thought that it was very well put together, very well edited. It does a great job of capturing the spirit and the tone that they were going for this movie, and also what is it telling me that I need? The moonshine. Oh! Okay, I have literally no idea. It said the year that America was discovered. All I know is that in 1492, Columbus sailed the ocean blue, and 1494, Columbus sailed the ocean floor. That is the extent of my knowledge here. Also, America was first discovered by, like, the Vikings, and I don't know what year that was. So... I have no idea. Is there, like, it really feels like there should be a book or something that the game is going to teach me this. Let me go to journal. I'm letting you guys know right now. Ronan is saying 00 10 20. Let's give it a shot. So there is no 00, but we can go to 10 20. So let's do 0 and then 10 and then 20. No, it didn't like that. Now they had said 14 and change, so it could be 1 4 and then a 2-digit number. But you can say 0451. That's the old System Shock thing, isn't it? Am I remembering that right? So let's try 1 4 and then 92, which is not the year that America was discovered by anybody. No. Okay. Let me look in the journal. Is hidden... Sorry, the code to the safe where the moonshine is hidden is the year of discovering America. By who? Like, there were people already living in America, so I assume they're talking about Europeans, but whether or not they're talking about, like, the Vikings or somebody else. So I'm literally going to look it up because I could... Bettina is saying that was from System Shock. There were so many games that used that code. I think System Shock was the first, and that a lot of others use that as an homage. Hold on. So what we're going to do, guys, is what year was America discovered? So I'm not looking it up specifically. So this says 1492. Google says 1492. I don't feel like that's correct. Is there any other way in which 1492 should be presented here? We could go with 14 and then 92. So let's do 14. Nine. Wow. Okay. All right.
The Gastrip Butterfly. Legendary Killian's moonshine. May it actually improve Jack and Joe's mood.
I guess they're going with, like, the pop culture version of when America was founded. I'm not complaining about it. I really thought that it was going to be like, no, Duddits, it's like the year that it was first discovered by anyone from sort of like the general European area. And it was going to be like, who's like the like, isn't there some like famous Viking explorer who discovered America? But like, if I say the name, I'm going to be way off. And wasn't it like in like Ronan said, like 1020 or something. Okay, so we found the moonshine, but that's not all that we had in this area, which is why I decided to come back. That's a story mission. That's a grappling hook race. That's a paraglider thing. That's shooting things with a thing, and I really don't like doing that. This is... I'm pretty sure that this is in the new area, but let me look. I didn't mean to go back that far. Where is this? Oh, this is... So this is in this area. So we do have this. Something big has been here. It's a level 6 quest now. And book club 1. Let's see if there's any books in this area. At least not the first book. Oh, they're all in... We can see that there's 1 and 2 and some others. So, while we're here, let's do something big has been here. I believe that we have to do this... Clear the place and prevent any more monsters from seeing the light of day. Goon's hotbed where all the different goon mutations have been spotted. Let's go there, but I'm going to say that we probably have to do this in night. Leif Erikson asks Jab, the only Viking name that comes to mind. I like the one that is like in my head, but I think is probably wrong, is Eric the Red. Is that the name of a Viking? This is me, like, there's going to be people right now who know history and like, oh my god, this is... What is wrong? What is wrong with this person? Yeah, history was never my strong suit. I liked history a lot better than geography, because geography is just history without context. It's only places. And it's so much easier for me to learn about a place if it's put into the context of what was happening there and who lived there and what were like the historical events that happened at this time. However, for me, a lot of those facts are now many, many, many years past schooling. And I say with a lot of shame that it just didn't necessarily hold on to a lot of it. Oh, wait, we know that the dudes are here, too. They always are. Yeah, they're hiding in their little hidey hole. Oh, wow. Yeah, these guys are made of paper compared to where I come from. Okay, let's grab these, because these tend to have the mutation samples and stuff that we want. And otherwise, I'm going to continue heading up over here. Oh, Hickey is saying that he thinks that Jab is correct, that it would have been Leif Erikson. If it had been when did like the Spaniards discover America? Then I feel like, oh, okay, that's the Christopher Columbus thing. But when they're not specific, it just feels like America was probably discovered by a lot of different people.
Hey, Pilgrim.
Okay.
They say the Outlands are infested with alpha zombies.
Some sort of social event over here. Bandit caught. Oh no, I don't want to fight those bandits, those other bandits. Jab looked it up, and it was Leif Erikson. Well done, Jab. Like I said, I remembered as much as a Viking did it. But no more beyond that. Hey, you know what we didn't get a chance to do this weekend? I said that we were going to watch Werewolves Within pretty soon, and just did not have a chance to do that. It's been a busy time. But, oh, here's a piece of good news, for me at least. Tomorrow's Friday, and hopefully that's a piece of good news for many people. But then we've got Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday off, because it turns out that I need to take a little bit more vacation time before the month is out to make sure that nothing gets lost. Really did a great job with that paraglider. Jab was saying it's luck. It's the only Viking name that he knew. I feel like I should have finished Assassin's Creed Valhalla knowing a lot more Viking names. Unfortunately, the characters of Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and I think that I ascribe a lot of this to the writing, really just kind of bounced off of me. They were people that I knew for an extremely specific amount of time, long enough to realize that their storyline was not meaningfully different from the 4 storylines that preceded them or the next 2 that would come after, and as a result, I just didn't have a... And the fact that I mentioned this in Valhalla, like no spoilers here, but Valhalla has the ruler haircut, which is whatever local lord, baron, what I'm trying to think of, like regency that you meet, they all have like the same haircut and borderline like the same face. So as a result, it really lent itself to like, have I gone to a new area? Like, I feel like I'm still talking to the same guy. He's got a different voice and the situation is different, but I could have sworn that I talked to this guy 5 times before. It's like, remember in Assassin's Creed 3 when every single tree that Connor had to climb was the exact same tree all over the world? It's like that, except there's only one guy ruling all of England, and he's like the same dude everywhere you go. Jump off of enemies with dart dash. Maybe. Combine tic-tacs or wall rungs into longer combos. I very much want to do that. Yes! Oh, look at you guys. Look at the video. I'm definitely buying that. Because I've tried to do that multiple times now and failed, and now I know that I didn't... It wasn't my lack of skill, it was a lack of skill point. That's what I'm choosing to believe. Oh, so the barrage of different topics that just came up was, we haven't had a chance to watch... Oops. Werewolves Within yet, but hopefully... Oops. Hopefully with a little bit of a long weekend, we'll be able to slide it in. We're now 80 meters away. Again, I think that I need to be here at night. Does it say? It doesn't specify. I guess we'll go in there, and if we have to come back at night, then we will. Hey, goons. Anybody, any goons? Goons around? Oh, well, we've got something happening over there. Let's approach him high. Okay. Well, this is probably going to piss off at least 2 of them. Do I have... Oh, yeah, I do have this grenade. Here, have this as well. I don't know if I can cook this at all. And, let's do some of this for good measure. That guy was in a big hurry. Yeah, everybody come to the barbecue. Smells great. I am actually now completely out of Molotovs, so let's just go to crafting. I'm gonna head logic this, that it doesn't take that long to... Ooh, craft max is only 5. Well, we will do it, because I've got a lot of fabric. Okay, let's head down there. I feel like whatever I was going to do with... Okay, environmental tricks have been done. Okay, we're going to have to, like, take out some of the trash here. I know that the one goon is on fire. It's just anything to whittle down some of the zombies. Wow, okay. Wait, okay. I'm having some trouble. Okay. If I could just... Oh, really? Hey, can I borrow your spear for a second? Oh, just straight out of the smoke. Ow. Okay. Nope. So, if you're thinking... So, here's the thing. For some reason, I do not have any regeneration boosters equipped, and that's what I kept looking for. Okay. I'm hoping those dudes, the goons that you see over there... Excuse me. I think somebody threw something at me. Oh, you know what else? This would be a great time to take some, like, electricity... resistance to electricity damage. So let's go in here. What do I have? Fire resistance. I'll take that. And then, yeah, I've got a pretty good electricity booster as well. So let me have this. Who is doing that? Okay. And then, sorry, everybody, the other thing that I wanted to have was the electricity resistance, which I've got one of, but when else am I going to use this? Now, that guy's a poison resistance guy. Do I have any of that stuff? I do. Look at that. All right. I'm going to be resistant to everything. Now I just have to learn how to resist their big chain balls. Feel like I was very far away. Oh, my regeneration booster already ran down. Either that or you can only have 4 attacks. No, it looks like it's fine. I just want eyes on screen for that part. Like, you all can see that I'm a good 15 feet back. Okay, I think that's 2 down. Okay, that was awful by me. We'll take a look at Something Big Has Been Here Part 5 in a second. Yeah, that did not show my best strategic planning making, but I did get to use some of the inhalers that we've been toting around for a while, so that feels good. I'm usually a big believer that the only thing better than using your consumables is having them at the end of the game when you no longer need them. But every once in a while say, hey, the game wants me to engage with its mechanics in a way that the developers intended. Maybe I should try that, just for a quick change. Okay, so, it's almost night. Oh, well, if it's almost night, I do want to go back to the other part of the city. Is there anything else that we... kind of want to go get this. Something big this way comes... Where would our next quest marker be for that? I actually don't see it. Let's see if we can pick it up as we run over here. Kill the remaining goons. Do they just live in the world? Like they're not bothering anybody, but I have to locate them? Go! Up! Yeah, I feel like we've got... Oh, well... So, can I go in here now? And, like, unlock it? Yeah, this might be something you gotta do at night. Well, then again, it's at night. Like, this is... Feels like the time to try it. Oh! I always thought this was locked. Okay. Power up the metro station. Let's hit it. Okay, is this a volatile? And if it is, oh, hold on. I need my thing. Oh boy. Yeah, okay, not great. Okay, I'm just gonna go right back through there, actually. So this is my first time ever using the UV lamp. I know what to do in theory. Oh, shit. Oh, that's the first one! You guys, that's the first volatile that we've killed in the entire playthrough. I thought that guy was going to keep killing me for a while. Okay. I have a feeling that the UV lamp... So I thought you had to shine it on them a little bit longer and then they would, like... He was really going to get stunned and take a knee. So when the UV light ran out of juice, I was like, oh man, maybe I'll just, like, try to keep him off me for a few moments while it recharges. I wasn't actually expecting that to bring him down. Be yourself, be provocative. All right. Oh. Okay, that's probably 2 volatiles. I don't know that I'm ready for that. Oh! I didn't know they could do that, and they didn't know I could do this. I'm just waiting for it to charge up. You can see it down there at the bottom left. It is now fully charged. Oh, they left! No, they didn't. They're just over here. Yeah, if you'd all stand together, that's great. I did not mean to turn off my regular light. Ha ha! 2 for 1. And these dudes carry lots of mutation samples. Hopefully that'll fast track how many upgrades we can do, because so far, every time I've gone to the merchant, I've been able to do like 1 or maybe 2 upgrades. And then it'll be like, well, now you have 10 of 12. So you can upgrade something that you don't actually care that much about, or you can save that and come back a little bit later. And depending on my mood at that specific moment, I will do one of those 2 things. Now, if we can kill volatiles rather than fleeing from them screaming and crying, they might be a good source for mutation samples moving forward. I'm trying to scan a bunch because this seems like one of those areas that is likely to have a lot of crystals. Oh, crud. So there's a second volatile. I'd show them to you, but okay, hold on. Is this cheesing it? I'm not too proud to cheese it. I'm just saying, is this really cheesy? The fact that the volatiles apparently can't figure out a chest-high grate? Okay, where'd the other volatile go? They don't like that UV light at all. So we completed the weekly bounty, and I will acknowledge for people who might be watching this in the VOD, I picked up this weekly bounty like 2 or possibly even 3 weeks ago. So I say that here not as a complaint. This game is incredibly generous, that it wants to give you an extra bonus, like an extra thing that you can do by being signed in, but it's not interested in making you feel pressured to sign in. Which I really like. I don't like games that are like, hey, do this. Oh, you don't want to miss out. You've already gotten 2,500 mutation samples, and all you need is 5,000. Wouldn't you rather play this game than the other games that you're playing? It's like, no thanks. Seems kind of like a cruddy way to treat your players. And this game doesn't do that, is the point. Because the game just held on to my progress until I was damn good and ready to finish it. I guess the fact that it's a weekly bounty means that you can only do it, like, you can't complete it more than once a week. But no matter how many weeks it takes, once you started it, you can hold on to it. Now, the thing is, I need to figure out how to go back to Harper. Like, this might be something that I would ask Hot Rod... I'm so bad with names, I'm so sorry. Hot Rod about. I don't... He's probably on the map someplace. I just don't remember where or what he looked like. And I like the fact that for every zombie we were killing all the way around, getting all these mutation samples, it was like an extra bonus. Like we were not only getting experience points and like clearing out the areas and finding crafting materials, but also advancing that bonus objective. I remember like talking to my friend HW about this when he was playing Assassin's Creed Black Flag, and he needed like some crafting materials. So we went back to like an earlier section of the game and was going around there. And what I suggested, and you know, everybody can play the game in any way that they like, but you can also farm for those crafting materials while playing the game, like while accomplishing other things at the same time. And anytime you can double up your efforts so that you're, you know, advancing 5 bars instead of just 2, that's probably a sound strategy. That, to me, that's how I play, like, Stellaris, for example. It's not about which bar is moving up, but how many bars are moving up. Because you are limited in Stellaris by your available resources and population and number of planets and number of ships. But really, what you're limited in Stellaris is time. Because with enough time, you can get anything done. The trouble is, everybody else in the game is also on the same clock, and are they getting it done faster than you are? So I have now gone in a big loop, and I'm not any closer to... Wait, I lost it. This. That. I want to get there. And this gate is closed. It's also below me a little bit. So the question is, how do I get lower than I am currently? I see many options to go up. Jab is saying, if it's in the game, it's in the game. To me, it's just tactics using the game terrain. Yeah, I mean, that's why I say that I'm not too proud to stand on the other side of the grate, because the alternative for me is dying. And then we just get to do the whole thing over again. All right, let me see which sections here, if any, I can actually... Yeah, get up. Okay. I'm at 4 lockpicks, and this is a hard one, so I do want to be a little bit ginger with it. By the way, did you guys know that there was like a sequel to Gilligan's Island called Gilligan's Planet, where some damn how Gilligan and everybody like built a spaceship? I'm trying to remember if this was animated or not, but I heard about this and thought it sounded unbearable, but I didn't actually then go and try to find footage of it or anything. And yes, if you were wondering, what suddenly brought that to mind was me using the word ginger. Well, we're definitely in a new area, and somewhat closer, I feel like, to what we're trying to get to. This is apparently going to be the whole night, by the way. I'd really wanted to do like a GRE thing, but I'm not complaining. I just didn't realize that this was going to be so in-depth. And now that it's nighttime, we're probably having an easier time because the volatiles will have gone out. Oops. Patikin's going to drop a lurk. Patikin, thank you so much for hanging out. Thank you for the raid. Thank you for the control stream. Thank you for being live. I hope that you have a great evening, and we will hopefully see you tomorrow. Fridays are always so much fun because on Fridays we get Patikin, we get Samalander, we get Mia, and then lately we've also been getting Apnilla, and sometimes we'll get like Dougler or Netheryam. There's so many great guys, everybody. There's so many great streamers that I just forget to mention and call out. Like Netheryam's a great example. I love watching Netheryam streams. Okay, so we can get lower. Yeah, this is definitely... I feel like this is a good way to go. Unless this is the same damn loop we were in before. Unless this is actually the exact same loop that we were in before. And it's still lower than where I am. Darn it. And there's no map for like this area, so it's just work your way out. Jab is saying that he's never heard of Gilligan's Planet, but the big point of contention, Ginger or Marianne. I never thought much of either of them, to be honest. I don't know. Gilligan's Island was something that I saw a lot of when I was young, but when I was that age, I was more entertained by, like, Gilligan and the skipper, and, like, the relationship they had, and how Gilligan would screw it up, and the professor was trying to, like, find some way to get it out of there, and you know, they'd always have this plan that somehow Gilligan would screw up in some way, and then it'd be like, well, we'd better never try that plan ever again. I'm gonna go this way. We've got a set of stairs that I haven't really... I feel like this just brings us up here. But I guess I saw it at an age where I wasn't really gonna be into either Marianne or Ginger. I might think differently of it now, if I were to see it now. Like, I'll tell you this. The woman who played the original Morticia Addams, I don't remember her name, but, like, in the original Addams family, like the black and white Addams family, again, I saw that around the same age, so I just wasn't there yet. The woman that played Morticia Addams is gorgeous. Like, that woman is gorgeous. And I never thought of that when I was of the age that I was watching that. It was the fun monster show. I have no idea how to get there, you guys. It's a situation where you're like, okay, this isn't working. I need to go to a different place and then try it from a different angle. And I just... Hold on. This map... Wait. This doesn't help, right? No, this is... It's just a metro line. It's not going to teach me anything about the layout of the station that I'm in. Yeah, I remember distinctly. I was actually recovering from surgery, and I was... See, that's just out. I don't want to go out. I kind of want to go out, because I am... I am very low. Let's come back here in a minute. But my immunity is low. I have a lot of immunity now, but not that much. Yeah, see, I feel like the howlers are a little broken. Maybe if, I guess if you could just run up on them and silence them every single time, they wouldn't pose a threat. But that dude didn't make a peep before I double kicked him. Oh no. Oh dear, I don't know how to get into this building. Okay, let's just bask in the warmth of this UV light. Yeah, I was recovering from surgery and couldn't talk, couldn't eat, couldn't sleep, couldn't do very much except watch whatever happened to be on television, and at the time, it was TV Land, and it was episodes of The Addams Family. Okay. I want to go... Hold on. I need... Yes, I need to go this way. And I remember wondering specifically, like, is it the pain medications? Because, this woman's incredibly beautiful. And since then, I've seen a little bit more of the original Addams Family. And no, she is still incredibly fetching. Okay, let's... Okay. And no, by the way, I'm not saying anything out of turn here. So where the hell... So, I'm just double checking, right? There's no other ways. This is linear. We're linear all the way through here. And believe me, I am noticing this yellow line with the arrows that points the way to go. Let's literally follow this, because this is, after all, how you make it through the GRE sections. Yellow line. Guess there was a disadvantage to this after all. Oh, see, I didn't see it. Yep. We should have followed the yellow line. Okay, that dude was way easier than all of his brothers. Carolyn Jones, says Jab. Yeah. I wonder if she... I always wonder this about anybody. Like, if they were maybe best known for one specific role... How do they feel about that role? Like, what's her name? Eliza Dushku. How does she feel about, like, Faith the Vampire Slayer? Being so closely tied to that role, even though she's done other things with her career. Actually, for that matter, Sarah Michelle Gellar. Did you guys know I feel like not enough people know this. There was an Xbox Buffy the Vampire Slayer game that was awesome. Like, it was, like, I don't know how it would hold up today, don't get me wrong, but at the time, it was awesome. It got really good reviews. It took place at a particular time of the show's history. It involved the voice talent of almost the entire cast, and more on that in a second. It had a really neat combat system. Like everything, it's not necessarily for everyone, but it was really good. Like, when you think in your head about, like, licensed games, they don't have a good reputation, and for very good reason. This was an example of a licensed game that absolutely got it. Like, really nailed it. And there was a sequel. It was called Buffy the Vampire Slayer Chaos Bleeds. And at least I remember that one also got pretty good reviews, and I did not care for it. I actually tried to play it a couple different times. I don't know what it was about it. I just didn't like it, and I don't know what's up. I don't know if that was quiet or noisy. We might have just woken up everybody in the room. Well, we woke up somebody. Oh, but yeah. So in Buffy the Vampire Slayer, it had Anthony Head, it had Allison Hannigan, it had Charisma Carpenter, it had James Marsters. There's James Marsden and Marsters, I think, but whoever played in Buffy the Vampire Slayer. It had that guy. It had Nicholas Brendan. Nicholas Brendan. It had David Boreanaz. Guess who it didn't have? It had everybody else. Guess who didn't reprise their role? It's Sarah Michelle Gellar. And I've tried to like find out why, just because I was curious. Oh, and like just remind me, because we're not done on this topic. But I've always tried to find out why. And the best that I've been able to find out is she wanted to see the script for the game. And when it like didn't arrive in time for her, then she just said that she wasn't going to do it or something. I don't want to make it sound like she was being super snotty, because I don't know. I don't know what other projects she had prepared, or if she was like really worried about the quality of the project. I don't know. But yeah, apparently she's the lone holdout, and every other person who was on the show at that time appeared. And then here's the thing. The person they got, I'm just telling you, there's going to be people in the crowd who are like, oh, well, I could listen to it and I heard that. Okay, and I believe you. I really do. I don't mean that to sound snide. I'm telling you, the sound-alike they got is indistinguishable from Sarah Michelle Gellar. It's amazing how good of a sound-alike they got. And it's like, I just don't remember what her name was, but it's a perfect impersonation of Sarah Michelle Gellar as Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I'm letting you guys know, you could line up 50 people who are fans of the show, have them play the game, and then say, okay, who wasn't themselves? And they wouldn't get it. 45 out of 50 people would not be able to get it. It's an amazing casting job. I don't know if there's an Academy Award for best casting, and I'm certain that if there was, it wouldn't apply to video games, but there should be, and it should apply to video games, and it should go to whoever got that voice actor, because it was absolutely inspired. Because it's Buffy. It's the Buffy in The Vampire Slayer. So if that's not going to be a good performance, it's going to throw everything else off, and they nailed it. Okay. I did not intend to attack that door frame. Okay, yeah, let's just let that work itself out. Hey, does the UV light work on regular dudes? I don't know why you would, but I guess it stuns them a little bit. But yeah, that Buffy game came and went. They never did a new version for like the Xbox 360. It is forwards compatible. So like even on the Xbox 360, you know, before the whole Series X can backwards compatible pretty much anything. So it like there's ways to play that original version, but it's never gotten a remaster, it's never gotten an upscale. I assume both the developer and the publisher would no longer have the rights to it. I don't feel like Buffy is culturally relevant in any way that people would even be interested in it. But here's a weird fact. Oh, and hello to Mia. Mia, I hope that you've had a great Thursday. One more day to go until the weekend. I am looking forward to it. Mia, we will probably be raiding to Chivalry tonight. Oops. That wasn't a kick. what the hell was I gonna say? I feel like we can finally power up the metro station. This was a big thing. I wasn't expecting a dungeon. I really thought it was gonna be like a supply closet that we'd go into and like throw a switch. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. I actually played this Buffy game before I had seen almost anything of the show. I'd seen a little bit of the show, but I wasn't familiar with the characters or anything else, and I played it. I had a great time with it. It was a very good third-person punchy combat game. Oh, we have to turn on the generators now. Okay. I assume that's down here? Oh, there's a landing pad right there. I sure hope the generators are down here. What was interesting about Buffy is that, first of all, you had like really impactful hits. So like you'd kick a dude and they would go like twirling through the air like a stuntman. I don't know how else to describe it. So it just felt like your strikes had a lot of weight behind them. Like there was a real sense of momentum to that. Other newer games have done it better since then. So, like, let's set our stage that this was an original Xbox game, but at the time, it was really well done. Get that? Okay. But B, you're fighting vampires, so it wasn't enough to just, like, punch them a lot. You had to have a stake that you could drive through their heart. So there was a big issue of there was a matter of like wearing them down so that they would like drop their guard enough. And for the low level rank and file vampires, you could sort of like hit them a whole bunch and knock them down. Like really just kick them a couple times so that they would go down. And then when they were down, sort of kick them over, kick them onto their stomach. I don't really know why, but I guess it was easier to stake from the back. But Buffy would reliably kick them onto their stomach and then stab them through the back to get to the heart. So, and if you didn't have a stake, you couldn't finish them off. And I know that you might be thinking, that sounds like it'd be extremely frustrating if you weren't able to do it. But really, it just gave you a small incentive to look around the world, because there would invariably be a wooden stool, a chair, like a piano leg, basically anything made of wood. Buffy could just like have sharpened and at the ready to drive through somebody's chest. And then, of course, the tougher vampires, you really had to like wear them down through a series of multiple hits, and then they would like drop their guard enough that you could stake them. And I remember, so like, I like combat games. My friend HW also likes combat games. I showed him Buffy the Vampire Slayer once, and like me, I don't even think that I'd seen the show at once. But he wasn't really into Buffy, he didn't know anything about it. So I handed him the controls, and he's going through the tutorial at the very beginning, which is, it's a funny tutorial, but, maybe we'll talk about that in a second. It's going through the tutorial, and then it's introducing combat for the very first time, including the fact that you have to like hit the enemy and then stake them in order to actually finish them off. And the very first vampire that he fights, he goes up to the vampire, he goes jab, jab, double roundhouse kick, and then while they, you know what he does? No, sorry. He did jab, jab, stake with the stake in the chest, and then a double roundhouse kick. So the vampire actually dissolved into dust while it was spiraling through the air. I had finished the game. I had never seen this happen. He did this. I was like, holy shit, HW, like, what is that? And he goes, mm-hmm. And he handed me the controller. He fought one vampire. He handed me the controller. He goes, no, that game seems pretty good. No. And then he never touched it again. He had finished the game. That was it. He had beaten the game. He defeated the first vampire in the tutorial section. He did it with a style I've never seen. I played the whole game through. I finished it. I never saw that happen. He aced it. and he would never, ever, ever play it again. It was also a rare example of him, like, engaging with the tutorial. Normally he treats tutorial levels like they're trying to trick him, but he actually was doing what Giles was saying, up to and including fighting the vampire. And he's just like, apparently he liked it, because if he didn't like it, he wouldn't have said that he did, but he wouldn't play it after that. He had slain the vampire. It's right there in the title. You can't argue with that. Sorry, I don't know how to get to the next room. There's like others over there, obviously, that I just... Oh, maybe it's up. It is up, but it's over there. Okay. Mia loves the stories. If I hadn't been there, I would think that this is bunk. But I'm telling you, I was there. I'm Ron Perlman right now, telling you the story about Sigourney Weaver, like, getting a swish, throwing a basketball over her shoulder. Like, I'm just telling you, these stories are all true. I wouldn't ever need to exaggerate an HW story, because they are... There's nobody else in the world quite like him. Just for the record, I also just want to take 1 second to acknowledge that the tutorial in Buffy is very odd, but it turns out that there's a good reason for it. So, like, right when you're getting out of it, like, I feel like this is something that, like Jab would hit this and be like, what the fuck? Like, this is so stupid, it doesn't make any sense. So, in the tutorial for this Buffy game that, for no particular reason, apparently I've decided that I just want to talk all about, Giles says, okay, Buffy, here's your training. We have to find 3 keys to, like, open this ancient door. I've found one of them. Here it is. And now I'm gonna go and try to find the other one. So Buffy takes the key that Giles gives her, and she puts it into the little niche, and then it extends a staircase. So obviously you go up the staircase. This is video game 101. You throw a switch, you do something, and then the game shows you what changed. You go to check that out. So you immediately go up the new staircase that just appeared. The staircase leads to one thing, which is Giles, who then says, oh, Buffy, here's a crossbow. And so first it teaches you how to, like, put a key into a niche, and now it's going to teach you how the crossbow works. Crossbows, they shoot wooden bolts. Pretty helpful for a vampire slayer, so it all makes sense. And then, so he introduces you to this, he hands you a crossbow, at which point, on cue, 2 vampires show up at range so that Buffy can use the crossbow on them. Why did Giles give Buffy a key to extend a staircase that leads to just... He gave her a key, then said, I'm gonna go try to find the second key. The key extends a staircase that leads to Giles, who then hands Buffy the crossbow that he could have handed her 5 seconds earlier, and says, now practice staking these vampires from a distance, at which point Buffy does, and then the fountain where they were slides open and has the second key in it. So just when you're thinking, like, okay, it's a tutorial, it's fine, like, it doesn't make any sense, this sounds kind of dumb, but it's just the tutorial. The correct answer is yes, it is just the tutorial, because when it's over and you're like, none of this makes any sense, there's no narrative thread to any of this, like, is this just going to be a giant mess? It turns out, that's right, you guessed it, it was all a dream! And Buffy wakes up in bed, because of course she's been a vampire slayer for 3 seasons of the television show at this point, so it wouldn't really make a lot of sense for her to go through training. So they framed it all as being a dream, and like most good dreams, it really doesn't make any sense as it's unfolding. And in retrospect, turns out to be one of those things, it's like, actually that was kind of clever, because the more that it went on, the more it was like, what is happening? None of this makes sense. And then you realize that it wasn't supposed to make sense. So yeah, Buffy the Vampire Slayer for the Xbox. Check it out. XPlay gives this a 4 out of 5. More than Amia loves, says that we all love HW for this. We really do, yeah. So, I think that was it. How long did this take to... Oh, I was about to say, am I not allowed to ride the elevator? Floor 5, please. I'll take this non-smoking car next time. Okay. All loot will appear. I'm telling you guys, if there's any loot in here that I didn't get, I didn't deserve to get it, because I was as thorough as I could be. Wow, that was a new experience, and like a welcome one. That was fun. Nice. Look at this. It even brings you back to like a safe house, so you don't have to like run someplace. Now. Oh, wait. No, this is more than a safe house. There's a... Oh, look at this! We just got a free inhibitor. Well, that's a fun extra bonus. I think I can do a level up too. Yes. Okay. Stamina, please. And we've also got a combat point. I want the stab follow-up. Again, I'm concerned that it's going to be one of those things that I don't often think to do, but I like this ability in every game in which it appears. All right. Yeah, I'm glad that I looked, so I was about to like see if I could fast travel back to Middle Villador, and then I noticed that we were right next to a inhibitor container. Let's hit map. Yes, so that's what we just did, and I shall unmark it. We've also got one there and there. I'm not going to do another one right now. I would wait until night anyway, because that was interesting to learn how to do the... Yeah, that's going to be at night. It's 11 in the morning. Oh, we could do this? Yeah, I couldn't do this before. No, we're actually, you know where we are? We're actually inside the thing. We unlocked a safe house in there along with everything else, which was what drew me to that area. I didn't realize it was a metro station, so I was thinking to myself, oh, I wonder how I managed to miss this safe house. Jab was also saying that Buffy was a good show. Are we allowed to talk about Buffy? Are we, like, it's old enough. Like, if anybody wanted to see Buffy, they would have. I feel like it's really fallen out of favor. I'm going to say some things about Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I don't know that I'm going to announce any, like, major plot spoilers, but rather there is something else that I did want to say about the show. Just one thing that I feel like was underappreciated about the show, and now that I think about it, it does have some spoilers for, like, Buffy's family. So, if anybody cares, I'm going to talk about that for a minute. I'm not going to pause the game for this because, again, it's very old. I feel like people who wanted to see it had that chance. One of the things that I feel like is... Oh, hold on, because we want to do this, and... Oh, wait, no, I can't do this because there's hostages. Okay. Okay, he was just Damn it! Alright, let's... No! No, 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 no! Don't get poisoned. Get up. Don't... Just hold your breath for 1 second, sir.
Thanks. I really didn't want to...
That was him, not me. You okay? Okay. One of the things that I feel like is underappreciated about Buffy was how one of the ways that it captured the changing prospects for young people in a way that, in retrospect, I underestimated where things were going. I feel like I was extremely fortunate that I was not born just a little bit later than I was. Because one of the things that happens in Buffy is they go through, I believe, 4 years of high school, and then Buffy graduates. And when Buffy graduates, this happens a short time after, and this is where we're going to get into spoilers here, so just a final caution. Buffy graduates a short time after her mother passes away. Very suddenly, by the way. It was an award-winning episode, a very, very well-remembered episode. Buffy's mom dies very suddenly, like completely out of the blue in a way that might feel exploitative, except for just how well the show handled it. And it really felt like it earned these emotional beats. And now Buffy is alone. She has both of her parents are gone, and she has this younger sister who's still in high school that she needs to take care of. I think there was also 1 year in college. I think that she was in college for 1 year, but when everything went down, it's like, I can't afford this. I spent all of my free time vampire slaying. I can't hold down any full-time job, and I can't apply for any scholarships. I don't apply for any scholarships, or qualify for any scholarships. So she wasn't able to keep up with going to college, and she had to drop out. And she wound up getting a job as she worked at a fast food joint. Like she was just like a cashier. And hello to J2K250, who's asking, are you online? I don't believe so. And I'm very much playing single player right now. So if I were online, I would seek to go offline to continue with the single player story here. But I hope that you're doing well and having a great Thursday. Whoops. Hold on. No, don't bite me. Hold on. Yeah, we're not. However many times you think I was pressing right trigger to swing, you're off. You're too low. I pressed it many times. But there was this took place at a time, I want to say it was like season 6 probably. Season 6 was actually not well received. When I say that Buffy wasn't like recognized for this, I feel like people I guess it wasn't the Buffy that they wanted, because it was really depressing in season 6, because it wasn't fun, lighthearted, quippy dialogue. I mean, it was, but it wasn't just fun, lighthearted, quippy dialogue about blonde high schooler beats up vampires and such. It was, I can't afford my bills. I went to high school. I passed, technically. I'm not in any way set up for the current job market. I'm starting to fall into debt because although, like, my mom left me the house, it's got taxes and stuff that I need to be able to pay. And I've got a younger sister now that I also need to take care of that. Real life super sucks. And this was less familiar to me at the time, because when I went to high school, it was, hey, go to high school. It's probably a good idea to go to college. But other than that, like, get out into the job market and you'll have prospects and you can move forward. And very shortly after I graduated from high school, that was no longer true. And it became much more like it is today, where your prospects have a master's degree or higher, or your prospects are going to be much less than what they were. And there's not a lot that, like, gets under my skin quite the same way as this. Whoops, that's not going to be the way. It really bothers me whenever I see somebody say, like, oh, millennials don't want to work. The Zoomers, the Gen Zers, whatever. Nobody wants to work anymore. I'm telling you, every millennial that I've ever met, they are some of the hardest working people that I've ever seen in my life, because they're out there holding down 2 jobs, 3 jobs, 4 jobs, and I'm not kidding. And this is just to be able to afford things that a generation ago were assumed to be affordable on like a single regular part-time job. Those single regular part-time jobs sort of evaporated, as did their pay and benefits. And now it's working multiple part-time jobs just to afford partial rent, depending on where you're living in the country. And this was something that the writers on Buffy, like, don't get me wrong, Buffy doesn't reflect it to that effect, but this whole concept of going to high school, graduating, and entering into a job market where you have no training and no prospects for how you're going to survive. Buffy did that earlier than other entertainment products of the era, and I think that it's not as accurate as it could have been, but that's because the writers were sort of reading what was going on and I don't think realized just how far it was going to go. So I'm not here to be like Buffy Omni defensive force. I'm just saying that like that show is, I feel like that season was more reflective of what young people of the era were going to be up for than a lot of people realized at the time. Jab says, that never made sense to me. Why did she not ask the Watchers for a salary? Do the Watchers pay? Like, I always took it as this is like the responsibility of the Slayer. And although Buffy could refuse to work unless her pay demands were met, she's not punishing the Watchers. The people who pay for that are all of the innocent victims, followed shortly by humanity itself. If the Slayer doesn't do it, nobody's there to do it. And Faith was, darn it, a bit on the less stable side when it came to the slaying of things. It's kind of like, why doesn't Spider-Man charge a fee? It doesn't really go with the whole hero aesthetic. Also, I guess I just don't know very much about how the Watchers are put together. Like, Giles worked as a librarian. I don't know that his, he could split his pay to help Buffy afford, and I think that he was, he'd moved on by that point. I don't really know why we're getting swarmed now. No, it's just asking, so she's an unpaid intern. Unpaid specialist, actually. An unpaid consultant. She's a private contractor who's not allowed to ask for money in exchange for her services. This is not where I'm going. Okay. I'm assuming, by the way, that there is no scene in which in which Buffy asks the Watchers for like a stipend or something. But I think the Jab is right that they should have. She should have at least asked. Jab is saying that is not a one-generation thing. In the 50s, a single worker per family. By the 60s, the wife and husband had to work. It just kept getting worse with every generation. Yeah, I mean, that's absolutely true as well. And another thing that is, like, every generation, it feels like every generation looks at the one that comes after and says, oh, the people of that generation don't want to work. And I'm just saying, if anybody believes that of the people that were graduating high school in the year 2000 and 2005 and 2010, go talk to some of them. Go meet some of them and see what they've been up to, because I guarantee you, they're on the hustle. I feel like one of the reasons that NFTs and cryptocurrency became appealing for people is that it's like, what other option do they have? They might as well believe in fairy dust, because actual hard work is not being respected to a point where they have, like, a way to live their lives. I didn't mean to get really super deep into this.
And bear witness, for this is the news of the last city standing. Today, a chicken and a young ewe went missing from Deirdre Hughes's rooftop farm in South Horseshoe. Several eyewitnesses reported seeing a suspicious
he's practicing, I guess. I'm gonna let him go on about his business. He's not bothering anybody, by which I mean he's bothering nobody. I feel like we can get up there now. Oh, I might need a grappling hook, though. That's at least possible. Yeah, I didn't mean to get off on, like, a whole, like, economic thing. It's just, it came up with the topic of Buffy, because I feel like a lot of other shows... Whoops. A lot of other shows were really late to the party on, like... Well, we can definitely do this. Oh, okay, maybe we can't. Wait, no, go up. Did I... Okay, I wasn't sure if that had been successful, but it was. We might be able to get up there? Oh, no, we're gonna go in this way. All right.
Inhibitor container detected.
Oh, really? Where is it? It's over here. And again, it's always bothered me, this idea, like, everybody knows somebody who's, like, lazy. I used to have a friend, and I stress the used to have a friend, who, like, people went out of their way on multiple occasions to help him get a job. Oh, that worked. And he just didn't care to work. He just didn't care to do good work. Although what was weird is that he cared perfectly fine to do work that didn't pay. It was a whole weird thing. I don't know that I can go into it. Okay, maybe we'll... I don't know if this is gonna work, but... Okay. And now... Well, I can probably just do a regular jump to this. I was really hoping this went somewhere. Darn it. Yeah, I can't see any way up from here at all. Jab is saying... Oh, hello to Samalander. I miss Samalander. Samalander saying, in a post-war single-worker era, it was a bit of a historical anomaly, and mostly only for the privileged sectors of society. Not that it isn't a good goal for the future. Jab was saying, add in 1 billion Chinese workers to the labor market, and here we are. The thing is, there's so many things that, like, are very, very difficult to outsource or not possible to outsource, and the policy decisions made... I can only speak for the United States. I can't speak for other countries. Within the United States, the policy decisions made to say, we're going to have rent and services and utilities go ever up, while wages remain at an absolutely flat line across the board. This is the result of policy decisions that are made, and as a result, what used to be able to afford a home, or afford rent on a nice place, or afford rent on an apartment, now affords part of a rent on a bad apartment in the bad part of town, and you have to work multiple jobs to do it. It's similar to, like, one of the other things that we were talking about not so long ago about like ChatGPT being used. We can't go up this way. ChatGPT being used by some people to like work multiple full-time jobs because like they just enter the prompts and then feed the job whatever it is that ChatGPT says, and that's apparently enough. Like, I hate this conceptually, but I think, as I said at the time, I can't shame anybody for the hustle. Like, if that's what has to happen to make ends meet in this world, who am I to tell anybody that, no, that's immoral? You use the tools that you have at your disposal to survive another day sometimes. I feel like I'm really wandering afield. Like, everybody knows somebody who's in some sort of, like, economic distress, or has been recently, as a result of, how unsettled the world has been for the last, couple years. It's just sort of a desire to acknowledge that and to let people know you're heard, even if I don't have any solutions for it. Hello, Marquack! Marquack, thank you so much for the cheer. How has everything been on the cat front? I know that you had a couple good results, reuniting a cat with their family, and also the most recent, what had been the most recent... Can I climb this? No. Rescue having gone well. Are there any new updates since then? I feel like that's too high. I don't really want to go down there. How do we get to this roof? I need to understand. There might be some things that we just can't do without a, nope, that's barbed wire. Without a grappling hook. Oh, what's this? Nothing that I can interact with. I think I should probably... Here's what I think. I think that maybe I should go do story stuff until such time as we get a grappling hook. Oh. So, even though there's barbed wire here, I should be able to jump to that. Yeah, I feel like we're allowed to acknowledge that problems exist without having solutions for them. I also feel like I want to be careful not to assign blame. I just want to acknowledge, like, wait, why do I have 12 minutes? What's happening? I wasn't in that much shadow, I didn't think. I feel like these situations are driven by a wide variety of different factors. I also feel like some elements are much more interested in resolving them than others. But I don't have easy solutions. Oh, shit! God! Why did I not catch that? Marquardt is saying, a couple. After reuniting Mushroom with his owners, I found another stray and managed to get him into my home. Marble's got a stomach condition, so I had to take him in emergency to the Humane Society. They got him healthy, and now he's up for adoption. Marquardt, the work that you do is so awesome. I now have a foster cat in the house, and it's been a struggle. Annie's very scared, and she's supposed to be with me to fatten up, but she's barely eating right now. I'm hoping that it will take one more day. I got her on Wednesday, and she'll start to feel more comfortable. Marquardt, you are much, much more accomplished at this than I am. I can only say, so I'm going to aim directly at it. I'm going to hold the jump button. Okay, that worked the way that I wanted. Okay. That really, really hurt. Let's take a medicine. A bandage. Oh, what I was going to say before I fell to my doom, is every cat that we've ever had has been skittish and sort of like hid away for a few days, and I'm with you in hoping that I really should have just had a regeneration booster. I'm with you in hoping that Annie is successful at becoming more comfortable. Get it with your hand! Like, doesn't it look like he should be able to get it? Jab is saying, my prediction is China is about to go the way of Japan if it's lucky. Reshoring is happening, and we're about to see a big resurgence of labor and unions. I certainly hope so. Okay, well, let me try something different here, because we can see... Okay, you guys, I don't know why he doesn't grab. I feel like there's something I'm not doing right, and I don't know what it is. Maybe you have to aim past it. Maybe that's the problem. I'm putting the... Hold on, let me try it again. Where am I going? Here. Aim past it. Okay, well, that was oddly angled. Let me try it again. Maybe what I'm saying is that maybe I'm moving the cursor too much into the wall, and I need to just trust that he'll grab it with his right arm as we go past. So here we go. Here we go. I'm not going to look at the wall. No. He's still just... It's like it's 1 meter too far. Wait. Cursed Agony is saying that climbing spot is really goofy. It doesn't really work. Cursed Agony, is it just a little bit buggy, or is it supposed to work and it just doesn't? Do you happen to know? Because if it's like, well, technically you're supposed to be able to do this, but you know what? Just come back with like the grappling hook and then you can do it. Then I will go. But Cursed Agony says I'm pretty sure that it is possible. Yeah, then this is like a get it. I'm actually going to revive at dusk, which I've never done before, because rather than continuing to bang my head against that, let's do this, which is a GRE anomaly. And then if we're really quick about it, then we can go do something else. Wow, we are far away. Okay, you know what? It's 1900 hours. I'm going to fast travel here, and I want to see if it's still 1900 hours, or if it's midnight, or if it's 8 a.m. Curse Agony tried several times with 400 stamina, and it never worked. And so you were eventually able to get up there. Like, if... And it is 1900 hours. Perfect. So we are now much closer to this than we were. So if it never worked, I'd assume that you got up there some other way. And look, this game is awesome. I've really had a good time with it, and I think that on the whole, the controls and stuff are really well done. So if it's going to have like a spot that's buggy, I will give it a pass, and we won't continue to waste everybody's time in it. But I really appreciate that feedback, because sometimes you're like, okay, am I just doing it wrong? Am I bad at game, or is the game a little bit quirky? And it's good to hear that it's a little bit quirky there. Jav is going to take a while for businesses to realize that capital is going to be expensive, and so is labor. The last 30 years was an insane aberration and is no longer reality. The thing that strikes me, and again, I say this not as an economic expert, or even as someone who rises to the level of moderate intelligence, okay? So I'm not a genius, and don't listen to me. I'm not saying this because I think I'm right. I'm saying this because it's on my mind. I hear in the world a lot of concerns about the declining rate of births in the US. That like the labor market, the population is set to be on the decline, and that's going to be a big economic problem. I've heard about this. And I've said before on the stream that my personal read on that is that the problem with a declining number of people in the job market is that there's more competition for workers. And when there's more competition for workers, suddenly you have to pay more workers more money with better benefits in order to keep your business and your operation afloat. Now, there's other aspects to it, which is why, like I said, I'm not presenting this as a one-and-done solution for everything. Fewer workers in the market also means fewer consumers buying things. So, like, yeah, there's gonna be a pretty big upheaval. But I just, okay, I'm hitting you with my axe, sir. Come back. I just don't happen to feel like it's as straightforward and simple as fewer workers in the United States equals bad. And I also submit, what would you suggest people do? Hold on a second. What would you suggest that people do if you're working 2 or 3 jobs with maybe a side hustle for the macrame that you're selling on the side, and that's what you need to do to afford rent in the place that you're sharing with 2 other people? How are you going to have kids? Like, people aren't having children because suddenly they hate babies. People are not having children because they don't view it as being economically viable. If they can't get by on their own and they can't get by with their significant others, how are they supposed to get by if they bring more people into that situation? Sorry, I didn't mean to hit that. So, there we go. It's just me saying that there are clear options when it comes to, oh man, the United States birth rate indicates that the population is about to be on the decline. Yeah, pay people a livable wage. There needs to be access to housing that people can afford. And medicine to keep people alive. How are you supposed to have a kid if you can't afford your insulin? I'm gonna move on because I feel like I've really I feel like talking about something because it's interesting is fun. Getting into a big political screed is not fun, and that's not what I want to do. I take back, like I'm not uncomfortable with anything that I've said so far. I also don't know that anybody wants to hear, you know, Auspicious Angel opine on macroeconomic trends on a global stage. Sam Leonard saying population is on the decline. The only reason it doesn't actually go down is due to immigration. Yeah, that's true. That's a fantastic news, Mark Quack. Yeah, with the cat, that really is. Mia saying hello to Cursed Agony. Mia saying I am doing better. Yeah. So much for asking. I just needed a nap. Foxcloud feels that, which has led to a round of hugs. And Foxcloud is saying also kids now don't really respect others, and they show it. A number of people I know don't want kids for that reason. Oh, and hello to Blobbity Blah. Blobbity Blah. Every time I want to ask you how your new job is, but if I remember correctly, that actually starts in July. We are actually bringing on a brand new staff member tomorrow. So I will be engaged in doing a lot of that. And it reminds me of you and the job that you're starting, because just like you, I want this person to have a great... Hold on, I can't jump over this. a great time, like, coming in. Here's the thing about me and starting a new job. I don't know where I'm having lunch. Have I ever, like, shared this particular, like, thought? For me, the thing that gets me is I know that I'm going to go in. There's going to be orientation. There's going to be meeting new people. There's going to be trying to learn what it is that I do and how I do it, and hopefully asking pertinent questions and not coming off as slow. Starting a new job, there can be a lot of aspects to it. The thing that actually, like, is on my mind, because I'm ready to deal with all of that, because there's also the excitement of starting something new, and it's awesome. It's the uncertainty of, like, what's the timing of the day? Where, like, and the way that this comes up for me is like, oh, hold on. Shit. I was actually not prepared. Fuck! He pulled a me. Kicked my ass off the roof. Okay, do I have any stabs? Fuck. So these guys are significantly more dangerous when they've got room to move. Missed that, okay. So I picked a fight I can't win. At least not right now. The volatiles here, I just can't deal with him when I've got all these dudes here. He also, it turns out, doesn't give a shit about my UV light anymore. Hey, you! Come back over here. God damn! Keep forgetting they can spit. Shit. So he's in like a chemical area. Okay. Jump. I really... Oh, I guess we got another shot with this dude. Get up! Oh! So, you know what happened there? I stopped pressing X. I thought I kicked him off, and I hadn't. So I stopped pressing X, and he got a kill. That is disappointing. Cursed Agony saying he wasn't supposed to be there, so that's probably why he couldn't move. Yeah, he could still spit. And I couldn't quite get to him either. I probably should have stopped trying to have that fight once the chase part of it broke out. But man, was I overconfident. So, it is... Yeah, it's still before midnight. Let's see, can we possibly get ourselves to... I didn't get that. Uh-oh. This is a little bit what I was worried about. Oh, okay, so I do have a fast travel point here? Fast travel. Right. Okay, so A, let's go here. And then I would love to go to, like, another night thing before the night is over. Okay, so... That's a story quest. We did this GRE location last time. Is there... Can you set up a filter, by the way? I don't see that option. There's a legend. Oh, you can. Okay. So... That's a GRE anomaly. Okay, there is one. Yeah, it's over here. I can't go over to it, but by toggling them on and off, I can make them blink, and this one is one that we can go do. Let's go see if we can get there. Curse Agony is saying, zombies are supposed to be in chemical zones. Do you have the crossbow? No, I have a regular bow, but no crossbow. There might have been an option to get a crossbow. I actually don't remember right now, but I don't currently have one. I know that much.
It's a shame to admit it, but I cried.
Whether or not we can get there, we will be exploring a new section of the city in our attempt, so it all works out. Oh, zombies are not supposed to be in the chemical zones. I've often thought, like, because we were talking about Xbox games earlier, I've often thought, like, what would Mia make of Dead Rising? I feel like Dead Rising she wouldn't like very much, but I don't know. That game is weird as shit. Okay, well, I really thought that I was far enough away from the Howlers. There is a light zone there. I don't think I'll be able to get up to the top of the moon to find it. The zombies can't get past tank traps anyway. What about the game makes me say that? So, Dead Rising, the first one especially, is just a game about, like, every game mechanic is kind of fucked in some way. Oops. So, for anybody that doesn't know, Dead Rising is Dawn of the Dead if it was a video game, and also had no narrative or thematic cohesion whatsoever. Hold on. I feel like it's extremely loud because it is in my ears, so I'd like to get to some place where I'm not and run on this wheat. Staying here really feels like a losing proposition, so I'm going to try to keep going. Shit. There's a lot more dudes on these bridges than I was expecting. Okay. Let's try to stay away from the screamer. Nope. So, now that we've done that for a while, so I'm in a part of the city where I have no safe zones. I guess I could try to go here, but you know what? Actually, if we can get into this one, they always have UV lamps. So that would be another way to end the chase. Okay, I can't survive much of that. Fuck. Okay. I can't... Apparently, I don't have, like, a radar in this zone at all. Watching this gameplay makes me want to play it again. It is very fun. I'm not very good at it. I want to go north. And the thing is, at the moment, the compass doesn't exist. So I'm going to pull a 180 and then bear slightly to my left. Fuck. I'm making kind of a big assumption about which way I should go here. Okay, up. Jesus Christ. I miss the suspense of the night, though. The first one was a bigger deal to be outside at night. I feel like, right at the moment, blah, 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 I'm feeling like it's a big deal to be out at night, side at night, right, too. That was intense, but we've made it. And we've got, it's almost 3 a.m. So we've got a little bit of time. Let's see if we can unlock some doors. So, yeah, so... Dead Rising is the story of Willamette, Wyoming? Montana? What city does it, what state does it take place in? I feel like neither of those is correct, but, Wisconsin. Maybe it's in Wisconsin. When there's a zombie outbreak, and oh no, suddenly zombies, and the whole town is overrun, and this reporter, who famously has previously covered wars, Frank West decides that he's going to go in to get the story of find out what's happening in Willamette when the whole city gets overrun, and he takes refuge inside of a mall, which also then becomes infested by zombies. And so the entire game, more or less, takes place inside this mall, which is actually really well detailed. It's not going to win, like... The thing about the Willamette Mall is that it has a real sense of place. It's got, like, you can go inside effectively every shop in the game. I hope this guy just takes some... Yes, go away, dude. Hold on. I don't know if that was quiet. Okay, well... Nope, too late. And the thing is, so, Dead Rising is a pile of, like, really interesting ideas. It's got a cool setting where you've got all of these shops that you can explore and loot. There's all these, like, you know, items that you can find. There's magazines that you can carry around that will, like, change Frank's, like, education level on how to use different tools in different parts of the world. There's a light crafting system, and it's got a time limit. The entire game is taking place across the backdrop of this, like, 3-day time period where during that time there are survivors that you can rescue. There's a main storyline that you can follow. There are additional achievements and other things that you can be going for. And in any one playthrough, you are very unlikely to do all of these things. But the game is designed to be replayed because when you start a new game of Dead Rising, all of your experience points carry over, because that's another thing. You get experience points, and you level Frank up, and as he levels up, he gets new abilities. And these unlock automatically. It's not like a skill tree or anything like that. And when we talk about, like, rescuing survivors, there are, like, there's people, other civilians, other humans that are stranded in the mall, and as you come across them, you can bring them with you back to the security room, back to, like, the back offices in the mall, like all of those back rooms where the mall staff would go and hang out and work. And those are zombie free, so you can try to lead them through this zombie infested mall and get them back to safety. And if you have not played Dead Rising, I bet that all of this sounds awesome. Like, wow, this sounds great. This sounds like a fantastic zombie game. But as I started to say earlier, the thing about Dead Rising is that almost every single thing that I described there is fucked in some way. I have S-ranked this game. I really like the original Dead Rising. I don't know that I could ever play it again, but it was unlike anything else, and barring the possibly its own sequels, there's still nothing else quite like it that I've played. I still understand and acknowledge all of the ways in which this game is weird, and for all of the ideas that it has, it's difficult not to think of all the ways in which they should be better. For example, there's a main storyline that you can follow along on this timer, and critical story beats will happen at certain turns of the clock, so you either have to be at the right place at the right time, or you can lose the story thread. Now, you always know where you're supposed to be and when, so the game is not interested in tricking you. However, it's not uncommon that you don't know what's going to happen at that story point, so you can arrive with an insufficient number of weapons, insufficient health, insufficient healing items. You can be in the middle of an escort mission and like, oh shoot, I have to be all the way over there. It's cool that there's a sense of urgency to Dead Rising. Like, I have this not much time to fill. I need to make sure that I don't get overextended on what I'm going to be doing during this time. But also, like, how am I going to fill this time? Sometimes you don't know what to do, so you wind up wandering or exploring, depending on how you want to term it. But it can be incredibly easy to find yourself in a position where you cannot continue from where you are, and what you need to do is reload an older save game. One of the things, your primary gameplay mechanic in... Hold on, can I unmark that? Thank you. Your primary gameplay mechanic in Dead Rising is to keep track of multiple saves, because you just never know when the save that you're currently using is going to be one from which, oh, well, shit, I can't do all of this. I'll also let you know, you need to get comfortable with, like, you're not going to be able to rescue all the survivors and do the storyline. I'm sure that somebody out there, somewhere in the world, has done it. I don't know how. You need to be prepared to say goodbye to these, well, shit. To these three survivors, because they're just too effing slow. They just are, and you can't rescue them in the time that you have and get to your next story point, so you give them a quick salute and go on your way. And you're not going to mind doing that, because another thing that's actually pretty fucked in Dead Rising is the survivor AI. Let me tell you something. If I was standing on top of a fountain at a mall that was completely overrun by 50,000 undead people, and then some dude came up and said, come on, follow me, come on, follow me, come on, follow me. I can guarantee you I would be hooked onto that man's ass. I would have one, what do they do in prison? They pull out, like, their back pocket and you're supposed to hold on to it. I would do that for the man Frank West, to get myself away from all of the gnarling zombies. I absolutely would. These survivors are so disinterested in their own survival. They are, first of all, they're completely overwhelmed. And I can get that. They're having a really bad day. The amount of weeping and gnashing of teeth that you are going to have to get prepared to listen to. Like, Mia has a thing already in existing games where it's like the repetitive woman crying, the just nonstop crying sound effect. Like, she's commented on this in the past. Oh, Mia. Oh, dear Mia, you are not prepared for carrying around a team of 3 survivors who are on an endless loop going, And yes, I will stop doing that now. And they'll like, some of these escort missions are going to be 20, 25, 30 minutes long, and they're just doing that on a loop. And by the way, you know the other thing that you have to listen to for that entire time? Come on, follow me, follow me. Come on, follow me. Because if you are not constantly, and I mean constantly, shouting and pressing the Jason button, then the survivors will absolutely get lost, stuck, or stop following you. Dead Rising has a, some might say, fucking annoying quirk, where the AI will attempt to navigate, apparently, to the last point where Frank West said, come on, or follow me. And if they get stuck, distracted, bump into something or anything else, they'll just stop. They'll just stop moving right there. When that happens, the best thing to do is to then shout, come on, follow me again. So the best strategy, there's two things that you do in Dead Rising. Yeah, see, there's volatiles. This is not worth it. We're going to leave and we'll come back tomorrow morning. Or tomorrow evening. All right, let me jump over. And we should have access to another... Uh-oh. Do we not have access to another... No, we can go down from here, but we cannot go up, apparently. Okay. Well, we'll have to fake it. Shit. So, I'm gonna have to take an immunity booster, because I can't survive this. Excuse me. Go! Well, this wasn't the right way. I mean, I want those mutation samples, don't get me wrong. Nope, it's not worth it. I'm fucked. I can't. Shit. Shit. No, I can't. I just couldn't. I should have left. I had the chance to go. I thought I'd killed one of them. I thought that wasn't so bad. Maybe I can kill the other one, and then I'll get more mutation samples. Respawn. I don't want to revive at dust.
Cool. Sexy. Women's jeans.
Okay.
Do you know where I can get a pair? White US.
Somebody wants cool, sexy woman's jeans. Boo. So yeah, the two things that you do a lot in Dead Rising is... Man, I really want to do that night. Well, we got some done. Let's go see if we can get this side quest, Silencio. You manage a series of save games so that you can back out of situations which are not winnable. And when you are escorting survivors, you jam, what is it, like the X button? You just hit that button over and over and over again. And you just have to be prepared to hear Frank's two lines over and over again. You can equip some of the survivors with weapons, which again sounds pretty cool, but they're generally useless. The handing a survivor a weapon makes them just good enough to maybe knock down a zombie every once in a while. They're incapable of defending themselves, and again, not even particularly interested in trying. The crafting is really basic, and once you discover a couple, like, pretty important things, then you will know all of the crafting that you're supposed to. I honestly can't tell which way this zip line goes. hold on. Hold on. I wanted to not take damage, but also not go down to street level. There we go. So this does in fact come down. Yeah, and I don't have any like go up the zip line ability. Fair enough. Yeah, that must be where Silencio lives. Parkour challenge. We'll check that out later. There they are. Oh, blah blah blah. Thank you for the clip.
Crazy as a spitter. Or a scarecrow in glitter.
Wait, you're Silencio?
Yeah. You familiar with my art?
Well, I mean, Aiden seems to know him. And I'm sure as shit not saying that's not art. Fuck off.
Well, not really, but I have seen Silencio posters around town. And you look, well, you look younger than the pictures.
Well, maybe it's my use of boulder or tissue mask. Or some other shit, depends on who asks. If youth is a crime, it's cause I laid down fresh rhymes. Fresher than Frank and his team in the shitty canteen.
I have no way of picking up what you're laying down. The virus must have really cramped your style.
Cramped, but not necrotic. I'm better than ever.
How's that?
Just listen, man. Throw me a word, and I'll freestyle for you.
Okay, volatile.
Fast and furious, I can see that you're curious. Who's scared of them most? Acts like he's seen a ghost. Wanna scare Frank? Play a volatile prank. Yeah, of all my rhymes, that was not the most fine. Hit me with another word.
I mean, we might as well.
Goat.
Goat? Are you fucking serious? That's whack.
Why? 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 Is that a thing? I feel like I'm out of my element. Why would you not want to rhyme goat?
How about, the Peacekeepers?
Tough one. They got no style, they got no rhythm. And all they want is for us to join with them. Acting peaceful when for fights they're keen. Just like the lushes in Frankie's canteen. Dope, right? Lay another one on me.
Well, I'm sensing that you're not a big fan of Frank.
Really? Why'd you say that? Just an easy rhyme to make, man.
Not really. You came up with some excruciating rhymes just to diss Frank.
Excruciating? You disrespecting me? The one and only Silencio?
You're not Silencio. With rhymes like those, it's clear you just pose. My guess is you're just some wannabe that Frank won't let perform at the canteen.
Yeah, but only because I'm underage, not because I suck.
I don't want to tell him to give it up. He's terrible, but so was everybody once. And here's the thing, anybody that's good at something wasn't very good at some point.
Grow up then, and stop pretending you're someone you're not. And I'm sure Frank would be more friendly if you cut down on insulting him.
I'll think about it. Meantime, check this out. A ticket to my last gig, fool. Told you I was the one and only Silencio. Ha!
Okay, well, that was quick, if not easy. Let's see. I don't want to fast forward tonight yet. We can't do that. Oh, the Baba. Not the blobbity blah, but that's okay. Oh, and let's get this. Yeah, the ash windmill. I was going to try to do that. That is
We're alive, and that's what counts.
not visible from here, but it's on the other side of that building. Okay. Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out how to get over here. No, based on I'm not going to tell anybody that the thing that they're doing, quote unquote, isn't art. That would be a really fucked up thing to say. I feel like every art form that's ever been invented, there's been somebody that's like, oh, well, that's not real art.
This is the news of the last city standing. Citizens, good news.
Get what you need.
Sure.
So?
Yeah, let's sell all our valuables.
You got? I need.
Endurance booster. I don't know, it's fine. I don't... Oh, yes. Let's definitely sell
Thanks, buddy.
Some of our more egregious examples of garbage. My thingamabob is still kicking. One-handed axe. Yeah, let's do away with that. We've got a one-handed machete. Rare long stick. This is level 5. Yeah. The only thing that I'm carrying that's like level 3 is the bow, and only because I haven't seen a better bow. Oh, wait, no, I didn't get a... If I had a crossbow, I'm pretty sure it would be in here. I feel like I saw a crossbow, though, in this game.
Could always use these. Come back and see me.
Legendary storyteller from New Paris will be gifting us with a series of...
Oh, hold on. There's a parkour challenge. Now, actually, maybe... Ooh, hold on. I saw it. Shit. Now I don't know how to get back up there. There was a, what's it called? There was a... Okay, that's... There was a mural there.
That was just a rumor.
Now they're gonna come boiling out of there, jumping and being all bad. Mighty miss. Gonna hang out in here for a second. Are you dead or... Oh, I really should have put him down before he blinked. Okay. Now for the mutation samples that I came for. And you know what else? When I finished that last weekly quest, I forgot to then... we were in the middle of something, but I forgot to then check the map for where's the person who can do more. And now I've moved to various places. I no longer remember where the mural was. We'll have to keep one eye out for it. Usually those crates are right next to a piece of artwork that is going to catch the eye. Man, I saw it on the way down. I bet it's that one. Hold on.
My grandfather used to work as a
I bet it's... Oh, no, that's just an advertisement. Shoot. Oh, here it is. Perfect. Face from the past. It is... right here. 20 years from now, you'll be more disappointed by the things you didn't do than by the ones you did do. I suppose.
Who stopped those monsters?
I feel like a lot of the people that I know have been disappointed by the opportunities that they let pass, but not necessarily by like specific invitations or events that they didn't attend. Like, hey, do you want to go to this concert? Not really. I'm not really feeling up to it. And then like 5 years later, oh man, I can't believe I didn't go to that concert. Most people, like, they don't necessarily remember what they did instead. Like, I'm going to stay home and watch, I don't know, Game of Thrones or something. But I don't feel like a lot of people are like, oh man, if only I'd gone to that other thing. Yeah, there's the windmill. And if we can get up there, we'll be able to use our binoculars to look around. Is this it's a parkour challenge. Yeah, we'll do that later. I'm not really expecting to, like, have an episode someday where it's like, we're gonna go around and do, like, all the parkour challenges or anything like that. But there will be some episodes where... there will be some episodes where it's like, oh, okay, let's do a parkour challenge. It's just today. Last time we did a bunch of main story missions, and I'd actually kind of intended to do that this time, but it's just we've had so many cool side quests like that metro station. Okay. Oh, come on. I guess I couldn't kick him in mid-swing. Oh, I'm out of everything in my... I've basically got my UV light and everything else in my... like, range... Anybody else? I feel like I hear somebody. Okay. Shit! I wanted to land on the thing and then jump across, or at least that's what I was trying to do. Maybe that's not the right thing to do, but I think I jumped slightly past it. There we go. Yeah, what was the game that Mia was playing that had like all the first-person platforming? Journey from the Savage Planet. I know had a bunch of platforming and grappling hooking and stuff like that. Mechanically, it actually reminded me a lot of Metroid Prime, but I didn't see anywhere near that level of precision to the controls. Metroid Prime has this very deliberate feel, and as a result, although there's like platforming sections that you're going through, you don't really feel rushed. Samus has a very like tankish feel. It feels a little bit like playing a relatively fast Terminator who can also roll up into a ball when she wants to. So there's like a real weight to her movement, and the development team knew how to play into that right, so it just doesn't feel very platformy. Yeah, I don't know that I'm going to do another metro station tonight. That was we probably have to get looking at wrapping up. I wanted to see, you know what, why don't we try this parkour challenge? It's only level 2. It requires 260 stamina, and the gold is 55 seconds. I feel like we can do that. Oh, darn it. As soon as I jumped, I remembered that I wanted to use the binoculars up there. Whoopsie. Just to, like, wrap it up, though, the thing about all of the things that I said, oh my god, and there's at least one story that I think that Mia would actually, like, her eyes would go bloody. I think that she would, her tear ducts would actually produce blood with one of the characters in it. Like, there's... Dead Rising doesn't have a great portrayal of women. At least that first one. I can't speak for the sequels. Follow the checkpoints to reach the finish line as quickly as possible. Don't be afraid to get wet. Will do. Hello to Jägermeister. Journey to the Savage Planet. Why do I always think it's Journey from? Jägermeister, I hope that you're having a great Thursday. Hold on. Okay. Wow, this is perfect. I know it said don't be afraid to get wet, but I still didn't think that it was going to be underwater. I thought it meant that you can swim if you need to. Okay. What was that, silver? I think it was silver, and I bet that we can get gold. Yeah, it was narrowly a silver, but with a little bit more certainty on our footing, I think that we can do it. These challenges usually don't require pixel-perfect timing. Just moving forward. Okay. I didn't really expect to stop dead. Thought that maybe we could swim forward. If there's like a faster swim, I've clicked the stick in. This is as fast as I know to swim. Go. So that's not 55 seconds. That was a minute. I don't know how to shave 6 seconds off of that. Let's try it at least one more time. We're not obviously going to like dedicate our lives to this. Like this whole section, it just feels like... It feels like to go up for air, you want to take the most direct path that you can, the shortest distance between two lines and all that. So I'm just going to stay underwater, and I'm going to aim up at this, try to take the shortest path up to get to here. And that's an end game. Yeah, this is way off. Holy hell. So, yeah, I gotta figure out what to do here. Because this is so clearly like jump up there. But when you stop here, that extra animation takes so long that I feel like what you want to do is somehow get yourself to that area where there's no railing. Like that. If I could do that consistently, like we've already lost. Let me just try to practice that a couple more times. Nope. See, we wind up over there, and then we might as well just turn in after that. We'll give it another shot. Oh yeah, but sorry, I started talking about, can we just skip the second rope? Yeah, probably save some time. I started talking about Metroid Prime there. Journey from the Savage Planet, it seems like it had a lot of the same mechanics, but not necessarily a lot of the same restraint, and that it's very interested in being like a big arcade game, it feels like. Boy, that stop dead. The absolute stop dead when you fall into the water. I don't know how to not do that. All right, moment of truth. Okay, that's the fastest way up that I know. Let's go on the side here, since that might be slightly faster. No, that was a minute. Yeah, you gotta shave 5 seconds off that. I don't know how. Yeah, we're gonna stop for now. Maybe you need, like, maybe there's an extra speed boost, like a dash or something that you can get. Let's proceed. Yeah, Jägermeister, I hope that you were having a great Thursday. I got a chance to see your... I saw your last Ixion stream, at least I saw that you were playing it, but that's not what you were playing most recently. Oh, and wait, you hit... Jägermeister, is it 900? Your daily streams. Did you just hit 900? I hope we didn't lose Jägermeister. I was gonna congratulate him on that and then completely forgot. I was so focused on that. Let's... I don't know that it really matters where we go. Yeah, we'll probably call it here, because the game is going to move us to wherever the hell it wants. Yeah, it's 9 a.m., so we don't have a nighttime coming up pretty soon. You know what we'll do? Let's set our quest for what we want to do next time. This is our story quest. I don't have a grappling hook. I don't want to do the paraglider one. Dirty Job Challenge. No, I definitely don't want to do that one. Moonshine. That's what we were actually working on when I got, like, turned around for every other thing. Yes, that goes there. Okay, let's fast travel here, and then we'll know exactly what we're doing for the next episode. Yeah, Jägermeister just passed a milestone, and I want to say it was 900 daily streams, which is... That's really incredible. But yeah, that's just a hair past 3 hours. What a weird episode. Like, talking about Buffy the show and Buffy the game and economic strife for some reason. But yeah, this was a great time. I think it's after 8 a.m., so Chivalry will probably be live. Let's go see if he is, and we will raid over. Tomorrow's going to be a very fun day here on Twitch, because we'll have twitch.tv/Patikin continuing his playthrough of... Control. Then we'll have Samalander, who's going to continue Horizon Forbidden West. Then we'll have Mia, who's playing her new spooky game, which at this... She just finished Perception, and then she was starting... She did start. Oh, right, Lorelei. Yes. I will be extremely interested to see more of Lorelei. Of all the 3 games to forget, that is one that you think would be remembered. And then on the weekend, we'll hopefully see you on not only Saturday, but then Sunday and Monday and Tuesday. It's going to be a long weekend here. So hopefully we'll have a chance to share some more Dying Light 2 with you, along with Spiritfarer, Anno 1800, the Riftbreaker, and who knows what else. So we'll see you again throughout the weekend. And until next time, you guys, thank you so much. And I hope you have a great night.